Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to not this time roll 20. Welcome back to Harbingers of Hope. When last we met, our heroes had just defeated the wicked Gothias tree and several of the blights that came with it. They destroyed many of the apples. I think most of them they saved a few. And they found themselves going back towards the main grove where they met the tree ant. His name was not given to them yet. However, his name is Terentia. Terentio, I'm sorry. Terentio. He's an ancient tree ant. He dug up out of the ground. You guys are all looking up at about, yeah, you guys are all looking up. Okay, fine. His name isn't Terentia. His name is Philonacama Philonacasadius. But you guys can call him Phil. Philonacasatius. But you may call him Phil.
Phil. He looks like a Phil.
Well, little creatures, what brings you to my grove?
Food? Yeah, food.
I see. I sense some of the miasma lifted from this forest. Were you responsible for that?
Yes, we will. Our mission was to do our very best to cleanse this land and alleviate that problem. So far, we've been making some headway.
You have made much more than headway. You have done more good than you know. Set your gaze downwards, towards the fountain, with the old statue of a goddess. Tell me, what is it you see?
The grass
What do
has
we
begun
see?
to regain life, I think you had described, right?
Look again.
Portal? Is that a portal? Was that always there?
The portal back to the portal back to what you refer to as an orphanage has been reopened. And as you have said, grass, trees, wildlife, they all are beginning to grow. No longer do you need to make way through that maze of a forest. You can easily get back home. Well, back to the orphanage through that portal.
What do you mean by reopened?
The queen, or rather the goddess of spirit, was weakened by that Gothias tree. By you defeating it, you may have helped to restore balance to this land. Or perhaps you have shoved balance too far into the way of life. Life and death are supposed to be equal. For a long time now, death has outweighed life. Now life finds its way. Only time will tell whether or not you have upset this balance. For the moment, I am only glad to feel the sun upon my buds again.
TMI?
It is so good to have you back on voice again.
How do I sound?
Sound
Good.
great.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
Is
you
it
sound
clear?
fantastic, honestly.
Yeah.
You got a Google Hangout when we talk now. We'll live with the whole
Oh,
speech thing and
all right.
hopefully not having. We just need to make use of the mute button when it needs to be used. I'll be good about that.
Yeah. We'll check out the if there's a downloadable app for it later on.
So, How may I repay you?
Well, our mission is not yet fully complete.
And what mission is this?
Ideally, we intend to bring back the lush productivity of this land in the sense that the people have not been able to grow enough crops and so on to feed themselves since this state of affairs has come into being.
I see.
So we will be continuing to adventure to see if there's anything else that needs to be done to rectify that situation.
I guess there's one way you can help.
And what would that be, young man?
I mean, we had wolves after us,
Yes.
or I guess waiting for us. You could, like,
Ah,
I don't know, fix that.
well, you could take the portal back and circumvent them completely. Or, if you so wished, I could have my children go and scare them away.
Has there been a presence of any monsters or hostile creatures in this area?
Dar, I think we're pretty hostile. So
Oh, well, that is true.
your, your friend with the bow is correct. You all have brought war to this continent, whether it is as protector or as aggressor. So, to answer your question, yes, hostile creatures have been found. But that is not what you truly mean, I imagine. You are speaking, though, of the darker creatures of the island. Yes?
Yeah.
Well, to answer your question, in addition to those Gothias trees, some of the seeds may have spread to other parts of this continent. I am not certain. I do know that this has allowed for the Dark Fae to come and grow strength where once they had none. You've taken a step towards reawakening and re-strengthening the gods. It is only after they are able to come to their full power and their full balance that we can be sure that none of this will throw this land further under balance. However, what troubles me are whispers I hear to the west. Sure, whatever. Whispers I hear over this direction.
Direction?
Oh yeah, wait. I'm still up here pushing control for absolutely no reason. Like, it's out of habit. I'm just holding on to the button for no reason at all.
Yeah.
I'm just so used to doing it.
Old habits.
All right. Sorry. Yes. There have been many disturbances. The Gothias tree, as legend has it, is connected to an old vampire. An undeath has certainly come across this land. Whether or not it is this vampire, I am uncertain. In addition to that, the cult that worships the four hags that once plagued this land, they have become more emboldened, selling their wares and moving their cursed tools about the land. Many fall temptation to their promises, but all who fall to this temptation soon fall in death and damnation. Is there anything else?
ooh, actually, I think we all got bit by the wolves. Is there anything that's supposed to happen? Bless you. I didn't know trees could sneeze. Okay.
It does. Steve, I may have fallen allergic to some of you.
Great. Now my allergies are going to be speaking up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if I can explain this as of yet. You said, is anything supposed to happen? My children, when you've been alive as long as I have, you will learn that all that is supposed to occur shall
Very vague. Not helpful.
occur. No. But I can help you with this. A prediction or a premonition. You will soon be visited by 7 angry spirits.
Why are they angry?
How do we kill them?
I'm not certain how you will defeat them. I can tell you that you will face them soon.
Those answers completely encapsulated you guys' personalities.
I'm certain that you can go through your normal strategies of bash them in the head until they're dead.
No reason why they're angry.
Oh,
They just want to be.
I'm sorry. They're angry because they thought they could take over the position of the goddess. These are members of the Dark Fae, partially responsible for that miasma you faced before. He sniffs a little bit as if he's you can tell he's smelling you right now. He's actually taking in your entire scent. Kind of trails off and he starts to stare into the air, not actually finishing his sentence. A good 30 seconds pass before he comes back. Oh, yes. You did you face a did you face a huge rat or large amount of maggots recently?
We did face a king rat.
No.
What do you call the thing?
A rat king.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
rat king. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm just straight up lying.
Oh,
okay. One of you is not what you believe to be, nor is one of you what you propose to be. One of you is either lying to yourself, myself, or everyone. Yes, I do smell secrets. I smell secrets. Which one of you are female? Ah, yes, it must be you. I smell secrets on the road.
Siri? The tiefling?
Yes, I smell secrets. And from what I understand, secret is used for females to push back their stench.
wow.
Hmm.
Wait, apologies. I've gone so far forward in time. You have no idea what I'm referring to. But I do smell lies. It matters not. My predictions seem to be coming true even as we speak.
Can you tell us any more about the goddesses?
Also, how soon is this visit coming?
Yeah.
Very soon indeed.
Anybody?
Foolish humans. Just as he says very soon, you hear a pop in the air, and 7 small dark creatures appear right behind you. One of them actually brushes against your shoulder as he apparates into existence. X.
The fuck?
Friends of yours?
Friends?
We are not friends of any of your natural planes. You, living the beauty, you do not appreciate the rot, the stench, the miasma
You're harsh, man.
of the world and your pollen and your grass, your colors. But all things rest in the dark. It would be better if all life stayed in the dark.
How old are you? You're like 13? Coming out of high school? This guy's edgy, man.
The one creature who was standing right next to you who just said that, instead of answering you, just whips his hood and his hair over half of his face, crosses his arm, and leans against an invisible tree.
Yeah.
You must forgive the young ones. They are quite prone to emotional outbursts. So, it would seem you children are working for Verdicita. Are you her minions?
We are interested parties.
Also, at this point, I'm gonna disengage.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And they haven't drawn their weapons yet, but yeah, you can leave.
Look,
Interested parties, Tar.
look, they got a cow.
We're soldiers of the Five Freedom Army. Yeah.
Oh.
The last thing you do.
Oh yes, soldiers in an army. Born to live, born to die. Dogs of some misbegotten military. Between you and your more slimy compatriots, it's difficult to keep up with all you, how do we put it? Mortals. Huh. They do have a cow. They have 3 cows.
One cow, 2 cow, 3 cows.
Cows are stupid. Children, do not be rude. We came here to give you a message. Leave things as they are now, and that will be the end of it. Continue to act in this farcical manner. Continue to stand against the progress that we have created. And it will end in pain. You have been warned.
Take this message back to your master.
Interested now, Zunk?
All right. Let's see. That says 20-foot radius. I believe that is everybody.
Yep, just going down this way.
Yeah. That's a cylinder. That's everybody. Well, hold on.
Only a 20-foot radius on the ground. It's still everybody, though, yeah.
Yeah, that's everybody. Cool.
It's just
All
40
right.
feet high.
So Zunkarat raises his hand, and as if giving a message, a huge dome of ice falls down. A warrior, cold and efficient. Perhaps there's some hope for you left. Sorry. Perhaps there's some hope for you after all. So let's see here. We're also gonna go and do initiative now, but I will let Ben have his movie.
What types of creatures are these?
These are Fae. Oh, I'm sorry. Give me a words. Words. Damn it. Words exist.
Arcana?
Thank you.
Oh, Arcana.
All right. And whoever wants to help him out can try to give me a history, although I do believe that's Mike's domain, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep. Ooh.
Wow. Even the guy
Not great.
even the guy just whiffed on that. You know what? Just because this isn't like a normal thing, it's not like you guys would even know what these are when I tell you what they are. So I'll just tell you. These things are called darklings. Darklings. Angel
Oh,
letters. Go ahead.
Yeah, I feel like I've heard of them before. I think Darren used them before.
Has he?
Yeah.
And what?
Oh, one of his one shots.
Okay, cool.
Darklings. Ancient legends speak of a Seelie Fae who betrayed the Summer Queen. His true name has been stricken from history, but the stories call him Dove, Katha, the Dark Crow in common. So great was the Summer Queen's wrath that she cursed every member of his house. Other Fae refer to the descendants of Dove Katha's house as Dove Sith, or in common, Darklings.
Sith. Wait, Sith isn't. Never mind.
Darklings most often settle in secluded caverns and chambers beneath the towers of other species. Some such enclaves they quietly ply their trade as thieves and assassins.
all right. Hmm.
Ah, here we go.
Interesting.
So you did use them before, Darren?
Um, I used creatures from the same place that they are from. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, guys, give me initiatives. Woo! Sunkarat would have been probably going first anyway. Sunkarat apparently is tired of her shit.
I really don't like elves.
Neither do I. Why do you think I'm using them as the backseat? I mean, literally, that's the reason I used it to backseat. I was like, I gotta find something else that starts off with 2 dexterity that's not an elf and doesn't, like, lose speed.
Hmm.
I mean, I also
So you
like
chose a
them.
furball over an elf. That really says something.
I don't like elves. No. Look. It's like this. Elves get dark vision, right? They get proficiency with all the weapons. They only have to sleep for 4 hours. They get a +2 on dexterity, and then they either get a +1 on wisdom or a +1 on intelligence and a cantrip. I mean,
Or charisma plus 120 or 90 for dark vision.
yeah. So, fuck elves. I mean, like, I'm not going to be mad if anybody ever wanted to use one, you know what I mean? But on the real, fuck elves. Wait, why is it not separating the Darkling and the Darkling and the other one? Oh, yeah, because, never mind. Because I'm a fool. 14 was what he had in the first place, right?
All your rules are on the underneath there, so you'll see what they had.
I think it
I'm
was.
not sure what rolled 21.
Oh, okay. Right, no. Oh, was his first roll 21? Okay.
Not to help you out or anything, but
So it's So I will let the Darkling Elder have a 21. So that means he'll be going after Zakarat and X, assuming he lives that long. Because I don't like his chances. Alright, that's a 15, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Alright, they didn't do terrible. You got a couple of them.
I really
Alright.
thought Ice Storm did more damage than that.
Well, it's still 22. You got a crap roll on your bludgeoning damage. And you didn't get crap rolls on the other one. That one was actually decent.
Mediocre.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
a
I shouldn't say
message.
crap. I shouldn't say crap, but you hit everybody.
It was a
You
message.
know?
It wasn't an attack.
I mean, and the good news is most of these Darklings don't have that much HP anyway. So I don't even know if there wasn't actually even any point in me going through. Yes, there was. Sorry. I was thinking there was no point in me going through that, but I'm wrong. There was.
What happens when we kill the messenger?
Well, you saw the movie 300. Because that's what's happening right now, I think.
Don't you move him? I was measuring.
Well, I needed to pull him aside so I could take his HP down. All right, that leaves. So you do your ice storm, and it leaves 1, 2, 3 of the creatures left. Nice opening. 3 of the creatures are left. None of them look great.
All right.
And we'll go ahead and call that your turn. X, go ahead.
Let's see. I can do. Okay, I'm gonna do insightful fighting on this guy right here for my bonus action.
All right, and he has to roll what? Charisma.
Deception, yeah.
All right. That's actually a really tough thing because I don't think, except for like what, not that many things have deception.
All right, and then I'll shoot him first.
All right.
Oh fuck me! You're fucking kidding me.
Well, at least it's not Wednesday.
Yeah, that's the exact
that.
thought that ran through my mind.
And I'll shoot him again.
You miss.
And one more time.
But your ranger um, sees the one shot go wide, sees the other one just clank away harmlessly. He mutters some smart shit under his breath, shoots an arrow, and the guy who wasn't talking goes down. And there are only two left.
That's
Oh.
me. Their turn.
Wait, what about your rope?
Oh, I'm done.
Okay. All right. So that brings us to them. So after you, oh shit. So as you and like I said, your rogue is still there, so you can tell me if you want to do anything about this or not. The arrow goes into the heart of the one Darkling Elder. Oh, I'm sorry, there wasn't a Darkling Elder, so forget everything I just said. Both the elders are still alive. Spoilers.
No, my soldiers are not gonna do anything.
All right. They are going to cast darkness, which of course isn't already on there. Please let this work. Yes, it is. Nope. Alright, I recall darkness works like this. I can't believe the spell wasn't already on there.
It's 20 feet
Yeah, I know
radius,
I kind of thought it was 20 feet.
and if you can't see through magical darkness, you can't see at all.
Right. Alright. Yeah, I'm just gonna go put a 20-foot cloud on you boys.
And it's coming from him, I guess.
Okay. I got it. I'll pull it up right now. Light of darkness from a point you choose, and it's 15 foot.
Oh.
All right. So he's going to choose the middle of these guys. He's going to choose right here. All right. So it looks like Mike is out tomorrow.
Oh.
And he's in the hospital today, so that's terrible.
That's how big it is.
Right. That's what she said.
I didn't realize it was that bad.
Yeah.
Actually, that would kill you, wouldn't it? All right, cool. So the first one goes and hits you guys with darkness. I'm guessing he wishes he would have done that earlier, but he didn't. And the other one, who was severely injured, he's going to step into the middle of you. He steps into the middle of you, and he's going to take one random swing. Which, of course, flails and goes nowhere. And he takes a second swing. And he stabs himself. and you can hear a thud as he falls dead on the ground at your feet.
Damn.
You can't really see, but give me a perception check if you would.
It's still the forest, right?
Yeah, you're still in full. Wow, Dar, it's dark.
Yeah, I'm bad to this.
All right. Like, you could swear that it got really dark here really fast. You know it's close to night enough, but it's so damn dark. You can't really
Yeah.
hear anything but just wild thrashing either. All right. The Zuckerite, did you give me a perception check?
Oh, I'm not in it, I don't think.
Oh, you're not?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
I'm on the edge.
All right. So you actually see a beam of light form in the middle of the darkness. And you hear a little sound that sounds a little bit like.
Okay, that's a little ominous.
Ooh.
Hold on.
That was the plan.
Hello.
Doesn't darkness say that it snuffs
Hey,
all
no,
magical
hold
light?
on. Need what?
Yeah, I think so.
They are? What are they in that bag? All right, hold on 1 second. Let me take a look. Whoever's in there can go ahead and do their thing, see if they get hit.
Sure. Should we wait to find out if it's?
Go ahead and start, and then we'll figure it out later.
I wonder if that works. It'd be funny if it doesn't.
How do you get
Probably a spell-like ability, though.
Okay, what time you work tomorrow? I'll take them to work. I'll take them to work with me, if that helps. I'm not gonna bring them over afterwards. That's not gonna help you that night, though, right? Uh-huh. Right. You're at home now? Alright, okay. I'll take them to work with me anyway. I might be able to figure something out. Alright. Alright. Alright, good. Yeah, imagine there's a lot of flour. I used to slip all the time when I was doing pieces. Alright. Alright, let me call you back a little bit later. Alright. Oh wow. Good thing these aren't like deadly situations that I plan to hurt you guys, because you guys are not rolling well. Good thing you didn't fight the dragon today, right?
What?
All right. So let's see here. One of Dar's people made it, and one of X's people made it.
Mm-hmm.
You guys can decide what they are. I don't think it even hurts that much, does it? All right. So it says a 10-foot radius comes out of his body. Possessions of it of metal or magical objects burn to ash. Any creature must make a DC 11 fail. On a failure, the creature takes 2d6 radiant damage. And if a creature can see the light, it's blinded until its next turn. So the good news is, you guys didn't get blinded.
Because we're blind already.
I mean, look, man, small victories, right?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, so that's just 5 damage to whoever gets it, 2 damage to whoever saved.
Alright, so let me apply that. So 5, 6. Ooh, what am
And
I
the
doing?
last guy, oh yeah, he's going to try to throw a dagger. It's going to be a disadvantage. It would have been a disadvantage anyway because it's dark out here. I mean, it's light out here. Oh wait, no, he's not. That'd be dumb. I forgot that he has this.
No takebacks.
Yep, no takebacks. So he was dumb. He didn't train, and he completely forgot that he can see in the dark. And that's his turn. Go ahead, Dar.
He's
God that he
disoriented
gets
by.
in the dark.
Like that was literally the entire point of the plan of the making darkness was so that they could see in the dark. But he messed that up.
I would try to move.
Yeah. There's no like.
So let's see. My guys and I would probably just come down and come out.
All right, so I will ask you to roll me a d4 for north, south, east, or west.
1d4.
All right, so you will be moving to the west, however far you want, or however far you're able to.
Let's see. Is there like a boundary here?
No. I mean, there is, but I can actually increase it. The boundaries, technically, there's really no point to it. I mean, there's a point to the boundary. Point to the boundary just has to do with the next thing. So, no, you have room. But the other map is newer, so it's just going to go... Shit. No, the map's not going to go.
I'd pretty much just go until I could see again. That's
Yeah, no,
pretty
I
much
understand
it,
what you're trying to do. Let me help you out here. Alright, you can see now, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we know that I'm on the edge here, so it's cool. I don't think I could see that guy where I am, so I would hold my action.
Oh, you can... The tree walls will move out your way if you want to move there. If you have enough movement to get over there.
Yeah.
So you can still get here. Yeah.
Alright, cool. So, my action there would be to do a Sacred Flame to see if these guys are vulnerable to Radiant.
Oh, okay. I don't think it's even going to matter. Which one are you hitting? The only one that's still alive that you can see, right?
Yeah.
Alright. Doesn't look like they're vulnerable, but they're not, resistant either.
Yeah.
And he fails. So you do lift your hand up in the air, you make a little circle, you spin around on one foot like a ballerina, and you throw a radiant ring at this thing. It goes around his neck perfectly, you do score. And he screams in agony as searing radiant light goes down his body and down his waist like a hula hoop.
Alright,
Come up to one knee, by the way. And he is the last one left. I don't know if you still wanted to go about letting him take a message back to his masters or not.
yeah, I was gonna say that I'm gonna stop my squad's actions here. And it's just gonna be like looking at Zonkus like, what do you wanna do here?
I guess I'll just wave goodbye. Peace, fucker.
Actually, hold on. He needs to do a constitution check. And he fails.
You can tell your master all about how we kicked your ass.
Very well. I will tell my master. And perhaps we will dine in hell. Together.
It's a date.
He tries to kiss you and he slits his throat. I will let you have a reaction if you want to full rush him away from you.
Oh, that's
All right. So that definitely hits. He needs to beat your strength, right?
my athletics.
Uh,
22.
he fails. He fails, and
You know it with
um,
the ball.
yeah, he fails. Um, give me a history check. X, I believe you're the one who pays attention and does strategies type stuff for the team. Or Dar.
Yeah, strategy stuff, not me.
Okay.
History. I'm actually supposed to be pretty good at history, and then this happens.
All right. You completely forgot what you just saw 10 minutes ago as this guy goes and starts to sizzle, starts to spark, and he does in fact go up into a complete flare. Um, he's more than 10 feet away from you guys though, so it doesn't look like you guys have to take any damage. It looks like yeah, it says conceive a light. So everybody still needs to do constitution checks or you'll be blinded until the next round, which of course, doesn't exist because everybody's dead.
Yeah.
But no, hey, just for shits and giggles, just see if you're blind.
Yeah. I'm blind. Yep. Both of us are blind.
Ooh, I remembered. My soldiers didn't.
You have done good work, young ones. I still hear the whispers. Be careful on your journey back. You may stay or go. It is your choice at this moment.
Where's Darrell, by the way? The kid?
Oh, he's around. He's safe. He's here. I just didn't fuck him over.
Is that supposed to be the 7 ghosts?
Oh yeah, those are the 7 little spirits that he was referring to. Yes. 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 Very astute of you, Mentor. Those were the 7 spirits of which I spoke.
Should I get a restraining order?
I believe you have destroyed them.
So I don't need him.
Ah, you're from the future. You've seen images from the future as well. Let me tell you about a little thing I learned about called Michael Bay. Here's a road, and shit, where did I put the kid at? Did I raise him? Fuck me. And I didn't really make him into a real character either.
Okay, well, just imagine he's there.
Yeah, he's there. Okay, he's there, and he's with you guys, and he's perfectly
He's dead.
fine. Everything's gonna be okay.
My
Everything's
eyes.
so okay that he goes, "Whoa, guys, that was amazing! You guys are awesome! I mean, oh snap! Oh my gosh! You guys see it, don't you? You don't think I'm crazy? That's definitely a talking tree with a happy face, right?"
You know, we've been talking with him for like the past 30 minutes.
I was hiding, but I was watching you guys. I'm sorry. I was just going through, my speech script from earlier on, but nobody looked at me and pushed A, so I couldn't say anything. Hello, young one. My name is Philonacasius. Philip. Philip. You may call me Phil. Mr. Phil, Wow, it's amazing. All my friends thought I was crazy when I said I met a talking tree. You would be crazy to see a talking tree. I am no tree, child. Um, you know tree? You must have known. Carry on. All right, so are you guys gonna hang out with the tree and the tree woes a little bit longer?
Um, just for the moment, I guess. Did he give us any information about the goddesses, Veridicita and Blancisca?
Oh, okay, cool. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he basically told you that you've taken a step toward helping the goddesses regain their power,
Uh
but
huh.
there are many other things as well. He
Okay.
also told you about the cult,
Mm-hmm.
or yeah, the cultists that worship the old hags. So he told you that they're nearby.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and you guys can ask some specific questions that you may or may not remember. I know that you guys were, well, I don't know what you guys remember. Let's see what you remember. I'll help you in case there's something you need to
Can
know.
you update our map?
Update your map? I will when the time is right.
um.
Great.
Yeah, the map is blacked out right there for a reason. Yes.
All right. Excellent. For the.
No, I'm asking the tree map.
Oh,
Where are the other guys?
Oh right. Yeah.
well, the cultists, they
Yes.
they hide underground. Occasionally, they scurry back and forth with their wagons and their metal and their speed. They sprout forth
Do you know
from.
where they go?
They go into caves, but my birds are not sure which cave. You guys might have seen a cave before. You might not have noticed it.
Trying to recall. I think we might have.
And you guys have seen something that might have sprung up from underground, but you don't know if you've seen like exit per se or entry per se.
I'll show him the hilt that we got from the thing.
Alright.
Hmm. Does this mean anything to you? Or can we do anything with this?
Oh, this all makes sense. Yes, yes, this all makes sense. No wonder you were able to so easily beat those darklings. No wonder you're so easily able to drive away the Gothias tree. If you hold these weapons, it means that you are the next heroes, not only of this land, but perhaps even of this age. These hilts, they belong to, they once belonged to the legendary heroes who came here, toward the goddesses, and drove the hags from the land. An unprecedented peace came about then, until your war, of course. These hilts will create a magical weapon that will speak to and from each one of your souls. Your thoughts, your desires, your wishes, your fears, your honor, your desires. They will all pour into these weapons and they shall forge themselves as a reflection of all that you are. When that day comes, you will have a weapon unique to yourself that can only be wielded by you. For them to have found their way into your hand is a great honor. It also means that you are destined for great things. You shall be not only heroes of your army, but you may hold in your hands the ability to finally end this war so that the people of this world may know peace for the first time in a century of centuries.
Do you know where we can take them? They're just useless hilts right now.
There is a forge. It actually lies beneath this continent. It has been desecrated and is being used by that cult. They are making their cursed weapons there. You'll have to find a way to destroy the cult and reclaim this kiln. Only then will your weapons be able to be forged. Only then will you remove this curse and restore the promise of goodness and balance on this land, where the curse, the cult, only offers pain, suffering, hatred, where honor is the only word they consider foul. So each one of you, as he says that, all four of you, we're including Mike on this, get a brief dream vision of yourself wielding a weapon. It's difficult for you to see exactly what the weapon is, but you open your eyes, clouds kind of form around you, and then the ground forms up underneath your feet. Darren, in front of you, you see, all you guys are actually going to see one of these things. In front of you is this.
Ooh. 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 Ooh, he's a big fella.
Well, a servant of Nike. Little one, little morsel. Nike will not protect you from me. Will not protect you from
The red dragon's name is Nemesis, and that is spelled Nemesis is the one is the third oldest son of Negristina.
Oh, right.
He's cruel, vicious, and greedy, fairly quick to anger, and likes to torture things. As you go to pick up your weapon, he breathes fire, and a fireball's coming at you. You try to pick up your sword, but something's weighing it down. Something weighing it down. You can't quite pick it up. And then suddenly, a flash of gold and silver appears in front of you. Its arms spread, and it soaks up the entire engulfing. It soaks up the entire fireball that was coming at you, and sucks it up into his chest. As it sucks it up into his chest, it falls down to one knee, turns back and looks at you and says, "Ease, little brother. Can a guy even take a nap for a second?" And your brother falls dead before you.
No.
You do pick up your weapon, and you throw it at Nemesis, but before you can see whether or not it hits, you wake back up.
Yeah. I'm gonna wake back up like dragon breathing out.
All right, and yes. All right. X, you wake up and you find yourself in chains. Um, you find yourself in chains. You're chained to a table. You hear whips cracking. You hear wood grinding. The place you are in is extremely dark with only a few torches, maybe every 120 feet, giving the dimmest of light. However, you're able to reach over and feel something in your hand. You can't see your weapon either, but you're able to grab onto the hilt and you're able to free yourself from your chain somehow. Um, you start to feel around. You're trying to see who else is already imprisoned with you. But every time you find someone, you just find another version of X also looking for everyone else. You don't speak to each other. As a matter of fact, you're taking this whole idea of staring into your own face rather lightly. Then all of you, all 12 of you, turn around to one other gate. You want to look inside, but you can't get yourself to turn and stare into the gate. As you try to build up the strength and resolve to do that, you hear a shrill scream. Wait, that's the wrong one. Sorry. Don't see that.
Hmm.
So little one, scurrying from the dark. Do you believe that you could ever escape it? You were born in the dark, raised in it, suckled on its teats. Oh, I remember you loving my embrace. Come back to the darkness with me. Come back, little one. Come back, my child.
Um, Not being able to think of anything else to do, you take your weapon and in a rage you throw it at the creature. Um, and then you feel yourself fade away. You hear a pop. You look back and forth, and you no longer really see yourself in the room. You kind of see yourself in a black and white version of the room, with smoke and just mist flowing all around you. In slow motion, you see as the weapon kind of goes past the creature and it lands on the wall. As soon as it lands on the wall, you feel yourself um, leave this world that you were just in, and you're standing again behind the creature with the weapon in your hand. It smiles, flies past you with its teeth there. You pull the weapon from the wall, and you wake up.
Oh, fuck.
And let's see, which one do you get then? Oh, wait, I'm so sorry. I can't believe I forgot to tell you. The creature's name was Lucius.
How demonic.
And, okay. So, Ben, you wake up and you see yourself in an arena. But instead of sand and everything like any halfway decent arena, this arena is made of ice. And it is desperately cold. Atop the arena, atop a tower, you notice this creature. You call upon some storms to raise yourself up so that you can try to meet this creature head on. But the creature ignores you and instead fires a blast of ice towards the ship beneath you. As you rise above the air, as you rise up into the air, ice starts to tear into and rip apart this ship. There are many Minotaur trying to repair the ship as it breaks, as it splits, but to no avail, it begins to split in half, and Minotaur are falling into the water, sinking into the ice. Impossible to swim, for every time they start to get up so much further, ice forms over top of them. You see the faces of drowning minotaurs as they bang against the ice, their faces full of rage before they finally expire into the black and blue depths of the ocean. You are now floating above a gravesite, a frozen gravesite. One old minotaur, same color as you, with crazier hair and a little eye patch, looks up at you and says, "Get your ass moving, nephew. We're not all going to die for nothing. Go and make sure it dies for something." And the old Minotaur has his sentence interrupted as a shard of ice goes through the back of his throat to the front. Your uncle has fallen dead.
Why you never salute on the battlefield?
Huh?
That's
Oh,
why
you don't know?
you battlefield.
So you float yourself up. Right now, everybody's dead. Your only option now is to try to defeat this dragon. You try to shoot your storms at it, but it seems like all your rain, all your ice, all these things are just bouncing off of it. It opens its mouth, and you wake up. Hold on. Hello? Yes. Yes. Yeah. All right. All right. All right. No problem. Bye. All right. And then I tell a similar story to Mike. And he gets this dragon. Oh, I'm sorry. And your dragon's name is Dervia. It's another daughter of her. If you can't tell, this is a white dragon, and that's the one that Hermeji gets. I won't tell you his story.
It looks like feathers.
Yeah, I know. It's probably a good dragon, but you know, sometimes you run out of cool dragons. I don't remember if it was just Jimmy. I think I decided he was silver. Yeah, I think I decided he was silver.
Yeah, that's metallic.
So since we haven't even decided on him, because he damn near might be gold, to be very honest with you. He's white enough for me. He's not that pretty, so I decided to let him be white. Anyway, his name is Ifre. which is just Gifre. Gifre. All right, so now you've met some of Negastrina's children. You have awakened from images of the great evil's children. But that evil is further down your path. There are more immediate worries for you. The whispers I still hear from these woods, still crying out. People still being beaten out of their freedoms and out of balance. I cannot tell you how to solve these problems, only that you are the heroes who will solve them. All right, you guys got any other questions for him? By the way, good question there on the weapons. I'm glad you asked. Is Darren back? And or is Zen and Ben here?
Yeah. I got nothing else. So
Okay. Ben?
Yep, I'm here.
Alright. Any other questions for the tree man?
I'm wondering. So what? Are they related to Negerson?
Oh, they're her children. All the dragons you saw so far are her children.
Yeah, good.
She has 7 children. And she might have some grandchildren
No,
too, but she has 7 children. You see one.
Alright, I'm back.
Alright.
So we all wake up. I wake up in like a cold sweat, just doing the dragon one breath straight up into the air and just roaring.
Yeah, you look around and how do the rest of you guys wake up from your, let's call it a dreamscape? X?
I'm calm, like always, but a little more worried than usual.
Alright. So, how about you? How does Zunkarat wake up?
You might have moved, but you're not quite sure.
Alright, if you guys want to go and discuss what you just saw with each other, I'll go ahead and give you that opportunity. Let me see here. X, give me a constitution check. Alright, you throw up.
Damn.
Hermegi also throws up.
I wipe my mouth. I spit,
Yeah.
and that's it.
That makes a lot of sense. Alright, what do you guys like to do now? Would you like to take the portal back? Just go south out of this grove? See how things have changed?
I'm gonna say to them, Negristina's children are going to be a problem.
I think we've all known that.
Yeah. Any hopes that you guys live? Hermegi speaks and says, yeah, I don't know. I'm just really kind of hoping that maybe children would need like kids, but those are some big kids. I mean, we're talking about 7, at least adult, possibly ancient dragons, and God knows what Negristina is at this point.
I hope my brother's doing okay.
Do not read so much into premonition. They only tell you what they not what he must be. When Phil says that, he seems extremely proud of himself. Like you can just smell the smug all the way where you guys are right now. He thinks he just said like the deepest shit ever.
You guys want to make our way back?
You don't want to make a campfire?
I mean, we could camp out
But don't
here.
forget, you have a portal that will take you right back to the thing instantly.
Yeah, we can get back to the orphanage and check on the kids there and plan accordingly.
All right. So you guys are leaving the grove now.
I guess so.
This part right here, where you see the break in the map, this is the grove. This is south of the grove. So these are two different areas. If you were playing a video game, yeah, like that. All right. X. Actually, everybody give me a perception check.
Okay.
Perception.
14.
All right. All right. So X. I'm sorry. So X and Zunkarat. As you exit, you're beginning to walk towards the portal, and from behind you, over here, you can hear whispers. No, not whispers. You hear arguing. Hermeji rolls a. Hermeji doesn't hear anything, but he does notice you whip your eyes back towards the area where the Gothias tree was. So he is going to send back. All right, so he's going to send his crow inside, and his crow sees a bunch of individuals. He sees humans. He sees orcs, goblins, just a whole bunch of things. And he is able to relay these images back to you guys. He does not speak, but he definitely sends back one message to you guys. And Hermeji says, hide. So it's like either hide or get the hell out of here. One of the two. They haven't noticed you, but
We're by the portal anyways.
Yeah, you got the portal.
Let's give him a parting gift before we leave. We can
Take
take
a
as
look
many of them
at-
down before.
Yeah, make sure you
Zonka,
take a
you
look
sure
at
they're
everything you have.
hostile?
So, if you guys want to hide, you may hide. If you guys just want to go jump and fight, I mean, first off, you don't know what's going on here. Like I said, there's humans. There's definitely some people who look like regular villagers here. There are two ogres standing in front of what should have been a cave that you guys might have missed when you came over here to defeat the fire tree. There was a cave right here. You guys might not have seen it.
Oh. Yeah, I missed that.
You see it apart. See two surly-looking men that look like they have seen some dirt. When the crow flies past them, they stare up at it. In their eyes, you see murderous intent. You also see two kind of sad-looking, kind of solemnly looking, what do you call them, villagers. The crow flies past them and sees a lot of fear. There's these two little gnome dudes. Maybe they're goblins. It's hard to tell. And I believe, oh, so there are supposed to be ogres here too, and for whatever reason they didn't stick to the map. So there's a lot of enemies here, a couple of ogres, and we also see these two things up top.
Hmm.
So you may hide if you wish. You may go into the thing if you want to try to listen in on any of her conversation. The bird would be able to relay that information to you.
Yeah, I think we should scope this out a little bit.
All right. I'm only doing this because I'm pretty sure that Mike would have sent his bird in. I feel kind of comfortable saying that. Darn! How long do we have to wait out here? We can't even go back to the normal place where we're supposed to be having this stupid sale. Yeah. This place still feels scary. Not that the other forest was any better, but they at least had a stage. Shut up! You wait quiet.
Hmm.
I can wait all day. Soon I'll be getting that magical weapon. I'll be having me wish of being the king of the seas. Yes, me and the sea never depart. I can't wait to have my wish either. We'll just be able to have the wish to protect ourselves. That's good enough. Um, a wagon comes out. A wagon comes out of the cave, and I'll make them a little bigger so you can see them. And the cultist hands, and the cultist pulls out a large chest. Pulls out a large chest, and the individuals bring up, you know, some amounts of gold or some amounts of treasure, and they put them inside the chest. The back opens. The back opens, and like you guys said, some weapons start to come out. These guys go ahead and they grab their weapons. You see huge smiles on their faces. One of the ogres goes and tries to snatch a weapon before, tries to smash a weapon without paying. And off the top of the cave jumps down this dude. And he punches the fuck out of an ogre. Not the ogre, I mean the orc. If I can find it. There it is. Alright. So he goes, he fights the ogre, fights his arm off. He tries to fight the ogre again, and the ogre kind of wrenches back from getting hit before. He does a third bite, doesn't really get much, just maybe a chunk of arm. And then he pulls back his claw, slashes at the ogre, rips his throat, and the ogre falls dead right before you. Then the creature quickly climbs back up to the top, and the auction goes on as it was. The cultist walks back away, taking the you know wagon with him, and they both disappear into the cave.
That's our entrance.
Shall we see what's up?
So this portal will allow you to go back and forth as you please. There's no like time limit on it or anything. You guys can just hop into it when you feel like it. Just so you know, it's not like a time crunch here.
We don't know that.
Oh no, he told you that the portal will let you go back and forth as you please. You do know that.
Going
So
back.
when I say no time crunch, I just mean time crunch as far as usable portals concerned. Everything else is.
I think Darrell should make his way back. For the rest of us, we should check that out.
So you're going to send Jarrell back to the village?
I mean, if it's a one-way ticket to the orphanage.
Yeah, you can go back over there.
You guys okay with that?
Yeah.
All right.
See you later, crab man.
All right. Whatever.
Alright. You guys ready to go see what's up in there?
Yeah.
All right. So you guys are still not been spotted as of yet.
Well, just in case.
All right. So, the two ogres turn back around, and they also disappear into the cave. The white creatures, they climb further up on top of the thing, and it looks like. Give me a perception check, whoever wants it.
Well, Dara's curious, so he'll try.
All right, Dark. You notice that them climb up to some type of canopy, like hammock type thing, suspended above the cave. If somebody wants to give me a nature check.
Keep going, Dar.
Not too good at nature, but let's see.
You're not really sure what type of animals they are, but you think that they're going to go take a nap.
I'm gonna go in.
If you're moving in, I'm gonna follow.
Alright, so let's see. These are creatures here. Let's go full on with this. Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Whoa! Whoa! It's the heroes from before. Wow! We never imagined we'd see you guys here again. You land lovers know these constables.
We came by on business, and we heard, well, some business going on over here.
Um, yes, sirs. We heard about a blacksmith that lived out here that were able to give weapons to normal people like us that would let us actually be able to fight hard and actually win battles. Even when you guys aren't able to save us, maybe we'd be able to save ourselves.
Yes. Um, and we just gave away what we had to be able to get these weapons.
You look at their weapons; they each got spears. Really nice spears. Looks like they're made out of a nice solid oak. The actual arrowhead on them seems to be inscribed with a lot of different runes. Um, yeah, they're pretty good spears. One of
Hmm.
them, in fact, one of the other orcs, you remember that one kind of got his throat slit. This one didn't answer by anything either. It's like, assholes. Even with those spears, you're still weak, and I'll still grind your bone with my teeth. And the orc is ready to charge at one of the two farmers.
I'll intercede.
All right. So as the orc is ready to go at one of the two farmers, before you guys could even actually pull out your weapons, if you intended to in the first place, the farmer actually takes his. Both farmers take their spears, and they throw them, and they actually go. Each of them is able to throw it through one eye of an orc.
Ooh.
So the spears go through the back of an orc's head perfectly, and the farmers are hyped. They do a high five, they hug each other. They've never been able to actually strike anything that true. Then the spears come back out, they fly back towards them, and they're even able to catch them. You look at these guys, they're scrawny, they're skinny fat, um, not an athletic thing about them. But you just saw them go and kill what you would probably believe to be not maybe a veteran, but at least a orc soldier who's been fighting for a good 2, 3 years.
That's pretty impressive.
So that just leaves us with the two guys who look like pirates and the two villagers.
It's quite a collection of you guys. People must come here from all around for these things.
The two pirate people kind of just back away, avert their eyes. They're not really looking at you. They're not really saying anything.
Does this auction happen often?
Well, it seems to happen. They've been occurring much more often, frequently. They used to be very rare, but nowadays they're just pumping out all sorts of weapons, all sorts of things, and making people so strong. A lot of people, of course, earn their weapons from you, sir, and weapons that you may have left in the battlefield. But um, normal people like us still need swords, still need weapons, and they're kind enough to provide them for us. I never would have been able to kill an orc with a spear before.
Well, you did do well. How do you guys know when the next auction is happening and where?
Um, well, we got an invitation. It's just, well, I'll tell you how it happened for me. My children were killed, and my whole family was killed right when the orcs invaded, right when the Emerald Eclipse invaded. This was before you guys were able to land for the counterattack. They were on the docks. And they were completely slaughtered. I tried to fight back, but this miserable, mean-spirited little kobold in a robe just kept laughing, flashing at me, cutting up parts of my body, and I had to watch as he did experiments, is what he called them, on my wife. He turned her into some winged creature, claws and everything. He turned her into a heart, and then he laughed. Still remember that laugh. Yeah, that's what it sounded like. I never knew something so tiny as a kobold could be so evil.
Well, we've been trying to solve that particular problem for a while now.
So I assume you guys believe he's referring to Professor Ignatius.
Yeah.
He is. Um, the little pirate people are, you know, trying to make their way away. They're slipping away quietly. So, sir, how can we help you?
Well, these weapons of yours, we're kind of concerned about where they're coming from.
What do you mean? They were gifts. They were gifts so that we could be strong. They were gifts so that none of us ever have to look at one of our wives get turned into a monster again. They were gifts so that we don't have to worry about our families being ground to the dirt again. Who cares where they came from? This is power. This is a chance for us to protect ourselves and not have to wait until a hero comes. You know how long it takes for a hero to show up? I mean, you are heroes. When you need a hero, you just look into the mirror. What happens to the little guys like us? The ants running around. The ones sitting there in the villages until some group of adventurers comes up and says, oh, we want to go ahead and just toss around your entire year's salary on food and whores. And we have to wait till these guys show up just to stop our village from getting ransacked. Don't you think we want to fight for ourselves? We have to fight for ourselves. Your army's not always going to be there.
That is true. Are you sure these weapons... Are you sure these weapons are a gift? Are you sure they're not a curse?
All my life's been a curse. These last year, especially. If you're telling me that these spears are cursed, so be it. I've got nothing left to lose. Maybe I can go down and take a whole lot more evil with me.
All right.
Like that old.
So how did you find this place?
We followed the whispers. Yeah. Once we were, as they said, selected to have our wish granted, the whispers led us right through that dark forest, and we followed the wolves. The wolves led us here, actually. They didn't attack, which was insane to me. But the wolves literally showed us a path through the forest, and we made it here.
Okay, is there any way to tell if these weapons were made in the same forge?
Let's see. You want to know? Yeah, you don't know much about the magical forge,
No.
and I don't know if any of you guys actually know anything about blacksmithing. I kind of doubt it. What you can tell though is we'll just say that from what you know of weapons, that these look like they were crafted by the same hands.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you could tell they were kind of crafted by the same hands. The cut of the wood is the same, the polish, even the way the inscriptions are done, they're done in the same type of script. In fact, both of these spears have the same script inscribed into them, just reversed.
Huh. Can I understand? Can any of us understand the script?
Um, no.
No, I think I only have common and draconic.
Oh, I'm sorry. One of these men is from Summerfall. One of these men is from Winter Spring. By the way.
Yeah, I kind of got the idea that this is just like a random collection of all over. So this guy
Yeah,
is like selling to both sides, so it looks like war profiteering.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's probably one way to look at it. Like just selling weapons of war.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if Zunk was gonna do anything about the pirates.
Well, he's not here right now.
Yeah. Jesus.
I
Oh
mean,
well.
X is there too. So I mean, this guy's got to get through a whole lot of shit if they're getting out of here.
Is the cave still open?
The entrance to the cave is open. Yes. Oh wait, I'm sorry. We're going to rewind a little bit. When the two ogres walked into the cave, you did hear a distant thud. Good minute after they walked into the cave. All right, and we're back now.
Thud.
But the cave is still open.
If it's still open, I'm gonna come out wherever the entrance is. I'm gonna look in.
All right, you come back out. The pirates go shit.
Yeah.
And yeah, but first off, the pirates realize that they're surrounded by three minotaurs right now.
Yeah.
And then they saw X kind of come out of the woods. If they could see even further, they would realize that there was an orc outside with a laser sword with metal arms.
Yeah.
Out in, they would realize they weren't on a good end of the shit sandwich today.
Okay. Dark, could you put light on one of my arrows?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So just go there and
Oh wait, is this still black for you guys?
Oh no, it's not.
Okay, good, good.
It's
good.
just like I want to see the
inside,
I
yeah.
guess.
Okay. How do I want to handle this? Hold on one second. Yes, I want to handle this.
I'll probably be with X. So Zonk and Numeji are gonna have to check on those pirates.
All right.
I was up forward there anyway.
I am setting something up for you right now. Are you serious? All right. So, cool. I will update this in a second, but for right now, I will let you see this. All right, you can see, right?
Not as yet. He's giving us a look into the cave, Zonk. But we're still in the same place where the auction was. And you have a couple of pirates trying to sneak right past you, but they couldn't get past your minotaurs. So you might be interested in that.
All right, you can see that, right?
Oh my, I think you're muted, Ben.
All right, can you guys see any light at all?
Not as yet, no.
No.
Yeah, there you
That's
are.
like right over here, right?
I have it zoomed out and the map is black.
All right. All right, let me try this. There's more than that. All right, what do you guys see now?
Nah, nothing.
Really?
Yeah.
Darkness.
Huh. Okay. The associated player C. All players see light. And try this. Oh boy, I'm about to say this.
Cool dragon, bro.
How about now? Because it's working on my map.
Nah.
Yeah.
Do you have it on manual or dynamic?
They have it on dynamic. No, I know I have it on dynamic.
Did you clear the fog of war in that area?
Yeah, I just took off the whole fog of war.
Oh, probably because we don't have tokens on the board there then, I guess.
I just put mine in, but I didn't see anything.
So did I.
Put mine
Okay.
on.
So still nothing, right?
Nah. Maybe you have to do like light informations for my
Alright, let me try this. If this doesn't work, then I'll know. Alright, do you see anything now there? To me, you're emitting light.
no, yet though.
Damn, what the hell is going on here?
Did you select the thing that says scan? See?
Yeah.
I'm emitting light. I can see, but I can't see.
Let's go ahead and turn. It doesn't even matter. I don't need it for anything, so I'm just gonna do this. All right, now you guys can see everything, right?
Yeah.
All right, so that is what the inside looks like. You walk into the cave. You see a door across the way. We don't walk into the cave yet. Guys are just kind of peering inside. So it's trying to reenact, but couldn't. You peer inside. You can see a door on the other side of the cave. Just other than that, this seems to be pretty much an empty floor. Look a little bit further, you can kind of see there are 4 large symbols on the floor. But you guys are still outside. Then I'll let you decide whether or not you feel like coming back in or not.
Okay, cool. Zung, do you do anything about the pirates?
Well, I'll stop them.
Oi! Hey! We're trying to walk away here.
I see that. That's why I stopped you.
That doesn't make any sense. Kind of I just walk home in peace.
No.
But. Oh, right. And Ben, you'll get this because you just saw this today. But I come in peace.
God damn it.
Sorry.
And you will go in pieces, motherfucker.
Oh, man. All right. So you're stopping these pirates, Ben, and you kind of pull them up by the scruff of their neck, and you toss them back down on their asses in front of a group. S. All right, so the pirates are stuck together ass to ass.
All right.
All right, what do you want?
Now, just what ship do you captain?
I never thought I'd have to think about that one. I captain the Deep Pearl. Peril. The Deep
The
Peril.
Deep Pearl.
Peril, not Pearl. Pearl's my sister ship.
Is it a fishing vessel?
He's got you there. No. His thing is a garbage scow. Fuck you, it's not a garbage scow. It's a great fishing. Shit.
It
We do
is
more
a
than
fishing
fish, though.
vessel.
We do a bit like more than fish, mind you. Yeah, well, my ship is, of course, totally not a pirate ship.
procure items from the enemies of the state. We see the enemies floating on the seas, and we take their weapons from them so that you, good soldiers, can continue to soldier on.
I see. As long as we have an understanding that you're pirating the Emerald Eclipse and not the Five Freedoms.
Oh, no, 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 we would never pirate the Five Freedoms. Mainly because you Minotaurs kick like fucking hell. But we would never do that. I mean, what is that? Till the last star farts? No, idiot. It's falls.
Fades.
Fades.
Now you two sit pretty, and I'll tell you when you can leave. You understand?
Nice. Like you're back in school. Yeah, whatever. Like you even went past third grade.
I'll sneak up behind him and say, you know, I would listen to him.
Oh, fucking hell, where did he come from? Lordy, you going invisible with you now? What are you, ghost?
No? Do you want to be a ghost? I mean, I'm not gonna do it. I mean,
You may not have intended to, but they absolutely took that as a threat.
What weapons did they get, guys?
sorry.
Zucker and his boys at that are chuckling in the back as these guys are shaking in their boots, and you've just done like one of your best interrogation threats. Didn't even need to. It's just your mastery of the English language.
I'm gonna walk away and say, Zonk, you go ahead and continue intimidating them.
Wait a minute. If you're the good cop, he's a bad cop. And then they go and look towards the Dragonborn in silvery armor with his little, walking around with two people with instruments. They're thinking like, if a guy that tough walks around with two people carrying ukuleles, what cop is he?
I'm the guy that sees to the rights of those who have passed away.
Oh, he's an undertaker. Don't they?
Exactly. He is the Undertaker.
Over the distance, you hear Phil say, "That was my favorite growing up. He was so awesome." And then you hear another voice come say, "Yes, he was." All right. Any questions that you do want to ask these pirates? They are ready to answer anything you might want to know.
Well, what did they know about the cultists?
Oh, well, we know that they go and create most of these weapons from that forge down there. They tried to send some spies in, but none of them even get past the first door. I'm not quite certain what type of traps they have in there, but I do know that they must be very powerful and well hidden, seeing as they never even got past the first part of the cave. Also, their bodies were never found, so their security is top-notch.
Wonderful.
It's hot in there. That's the one thing I can tell you. It's hot and loud.
These people that sell these weapons, would you guys know where they spend that gold?
Oh boy. It's usually not even always gold that they're looking for. Honestly, the last time we were able to get these 5 scimitars,
I wouldn't even have to give them a piece of gold, not a ruby. Yeah, all they wanted was, from me, they asked me for a love letter, the last love letter I ever wrote. I gave it to them, they gave me the sword. Easy trade. And me, they asked me for a lock of hair from my mother. I didn't even go to my mother. I just went and found a lock of hair outside in the woods and gave it to them. And still they gave me this weapon.
Huh.
Have these weapons ever gone awry?
Well, it's our first time getting them. I do remember that Scallywag the Skinny, he grew greatly in his pirate fame, and rumor has it that it's because of a blade that he got from over here. He has started
So you,
killing pirate clowns all over the sea, murdering them left and right, becoming extremely powerful. Got a little bit unfortunate though. After defeating several of the clowns, he found himself face to face with a kraken, dropped his sword, and was gobbled up.
so you
It
two haven't
wasn't a
had any
kraken.
previous dealings.
It wasn't a kraken. It wasn't a kraken. He loved saying things are kraken. It was a giant octopus. It
No,
was
I
a.
think it was a kraken.
It wasn't the same, by the way. Just for clarity, it was not the same octopus that you guys met. This was a different giant octopus. That was not a kraken.
Hmm. Have you guys ever seen any Five Freedoms personnel at these auctions?
So, you're looking to know what happens to some of your castaways? Some of the ones who aren't pure enough or strong enough to stand with your five freedoms. Some of the ones who might not be made of the right stuff, too afraid.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys got deserters too, just like those green bastards. And I won't lie, I've seen one or two of your will come back here and find themselves with one of these weapons in the past. You're not above the temptation. Not even you, shoddy boy.
I guess we'll see.
Can we go now?
X, anything else?
Oh, I don't know. I scared them, so I'm not talking.
He said nobody got past the first room in that cave.
Yes. No one's been able to get past there unless, I don't know, say the same weird code word they say.
Okay.
But we don't know. Honestly, it's not just that we don't know it. We couldn't even speak it if we did know it. It's not common. It's not elvish. It's nothing I've ever heard.
Are there any other cultists around?
They stare at the ground. Mister, there's countless more cultists around. They skitter back and forth in these undergrounds, amongst other things. Yeah, we used to think it was an old wives' tale, but these cultists have found some corridors and tunnels under the ground that lead past other older tunnels, older corridors, and older, darker things. So, yeah, there's cultists down there, and there's other things too. other beings, other folk, underground types, other underground creatures. Oh, just tell him, man. What? No, I'm not. I'm not going to be the one to say that thing. Just he doesn't want to tell you that there's bullets down there.
Roulettes?
Yes.
Bullets?
No, not bullets. Bullets. Bullette.
Omelets?
You guys see that, right?
Yep.
All right.
Describe this creature to me.
Hold on.
And here you were talking like you seen one.
Well, he saw one. I didn't. I don't believe it. But I'll tell you what he told me because he's just as fast whenever he starts thinking about it. Ooh, the blue man is so scary. All right. Forgot they actually came from the monster manual and not from Volos. Got to bust up my monster manual. All right. Bulette. A bulette is a massive predator that terrorizes any lands it inhabits. It is also called a land shark. It lives only to feed. Irascible, rapacious, bullets fear no other creature and they attack with no regard for superior numbers or strength. Bullets use their powerful claws to tunnel through the earth when they hunt, heedless of obstruction. They uproot trees, cause landslides and loose slopes, and leave sinkholes behind them. When vibrations in the soil and rock alert a bullet to movement, it shoots to the surface, its jaws spread wide as it attacks. A bullet ranges across temperate lands, feeding on any animals and humanoids it comes across. These creatures dislike dwarf and elf flesh, although they often kill them before realizing what they are. A bullet loves halfling meat the most, and is never happier when chasing a plump halflings across an open field. A bullet has no lair, but roams a hunting territory of up to 30 miles wide. The sole criterion for territory is the availability of food, and when it has eaten everything in an area, the bullet moves on. These creatures often home in on humanoid settlements, terrorizing them until the panicked residents have fled or until the bullet is slain. All creatures shun bullets, eat anything that loses food, even other predators. Anyway, arcane creations. Some sages believe the bullet is a result of a mad witch's experiments of crossbreeding snapping turtles and armadillos with infusions of demon ichor. Bullets have been thought to be extinct at many different times, and after years of outside, the creature inevitably reappear. Because their young are almost never seen, some sages expect the bullets maintain secret nesting grounds from which adults break out into the world. But basically, it's like an albino snapping turtle alligator thing.
Nice.
It's a large monstrosity, and it's on the line, so it's neither good nor evil. It's only hungry.
Wonderful.
Yep.
All right.
Well, I don't know any imaginary roulette creatures, but I do know that those damn white monkeys aren't imaginary.
No, they are.
Yeah. Well, they're
Oh,
also
what
not monkeys.
What are they?
Those are, and this is from Lolo, so I'll show this to you guys. Of course, it would help us from looking at spells, because that's not helpful. You guys, of course, remember that you saw the large white creature come down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was called a. I'm actually not going to really try to pronounce this one. I mean, it's not hard, but still, either way. Garalin, I believe is what it's called.
Ugly.
Looks a little bit like a dire ape.
Let me see. Can I show this to you? I'm going to show this to you.
Oh wait, it has 4 arms.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bullymong.
Damn.
Actually,
I
no,
was
no.
about to
Jokes
say.
aside, no, jokes aside, this thing is almost definitely a bully mong. Or rather, a bully mong is almost certainly based on this. When we go to Tiny Tina's Dragon Adventures,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we'll be fighting these things.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to show you their stats. So, like I said, I can do it like this. Ah, here we go. All right. So that should give you an idea about these guys. You guys can see that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Oh. Garalin.
All right. So that gives you an idea of at least some of the things that you may find inside this wonderful game.
So how are they doing these things?
What'd you say?
How are the cultists controlling these things?
Good question. Um, ah, that. They don't control them as much as they simply call them into being. Yeah, those were some of the crazier ones. They start praying, and then right before they start praying for a little while, and then these creatures come into existence before they burn up in the cinders. We call them fanatics. All right, so in English, what that means is, what happens is, and you notice this happened before when you guys fought the Rat King. They start doing this incantation chant, and then they can call forth powerful creatures. Now, the Rat King was a very specific instance. With only certain times they would be able to pull forth something that powerful. That's not an everyday thing, but something they can do more easily are things like these gorillas. So it's like they'll start doing their prayer, it'll happen, and then one of these creatures will come out.
Hmm.
It's not always this creature, the creature's random. And depending on how powerful the creature is, may affect how long they have to pray. That's kind of hard to tell. You only saw it the one time. So, as far as you guys know, now you know two things they can make: giant apes and giant rats. So, what they make seems to be big and mean.
Cool.
He's a giant four-armed, usually fang violent ape. That's cool. All right. So, you guys have a couple of choices here. Right now, the enemies have no idea that you're coming. So you could either enter the cave now, or you could go back to the orphanage and rest. Um, yeah.
What's everyone's status? Like, what's our sit rep?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's also getting dark.
Well, I can tell you I don't have any more. I don't have any more fourth circle spells.
I'm doing pretty good.
Well, yeah, you don't have any magic. No, you do have magic. That's not true. You don't have offensive spells that you really have to use.
I am good to
Actually-
continue, but I don't mind taking a long rest first before we take this cave.
I can remedy this. Hold on. It's 6 points for a fourth circle spell. I'm actually good. Never mind.
That's
I
only
can
one.
swing it. We can push this advantage. Especially point your finger and hope that that's a good roll.
All right, let's pull that back up because I'm trying to see how many makes it.
Wow, yeah.
And it is.
I think that's a good roll, actually.
You
You
cast
cast
fly
fly.
on a random creature.
Okay, cool.
At least it's
So-
harmless.
So go ahead and give us a D12. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. X, you're flying.
Holy shit.
I uncontrollably just start floating. Zonk. And then I'm like actually afraid right now. What the fuck?
I don't control this one, you do. So you
How long is that gonna last?
I think it just lasts as long as the fly spell lasts, and I don't remember if that's an hour or a minute. So let me look at fly for you.
It's
I only have
10
levitate.
minutes.
Yeah, so 10 minutes.
Do we like tie a
Is
string?
it concentration or duration?
It's
I don't think it's concentration. I'm pretty sure it's set and forget. I'm certain it's set
Hold on,
and
it says
forget.
up to 10 minutes.
Okay, so
No, it has to be concentration.
let's see. I don't know. Concentration would be pretty dangerous for fly, wouldn't it?
yeah.
I mean, that would be bad. That would be a
That's
terrible
the biggest
spell.
drawback.
That would be a terrible spell, then, right?
I'll try.
Levitate's the same way. It's also concentration.
Oh gosh, that's
Fly is
dangerous.
concentration, yeah.
Ooh, that's dangerous.
It is very dangerous. Don't get me wrong, though. Levitate's also still pretty good.
All right, so we're going to consider this working on X's concentration, since he's the one who has to fly.
Okay.
Alright.
Everybody else is just kind of laughing. All right, I don't know if this will help you guys or not in your decision making. Like I said, I'll let you teleport back here immediately after your long rest. I'm still gonna cut things off at 11.
Yeah.
So one of the guys does say to you, like, "Hey, you guys were asking before about how often they do this, right?"
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, well, they don't do it that often, but they did say that with this many customers, they're going to have to go back and forge a little while again. So I'm pretty sure they're going to be down into their forging area. And they're pretty comfortable with their trap room, so I don't think they're going to be looking for anybody to try to sneak in. Like I said, nobody sneaks in gets past anyway.
I think we should check out that first room and take a look at that trap. At least any time we have left, so that we get an idea of what the situation is, so we can think on it.
All right.
To start working on it, yeah.
All right, cool. We'll take you to the next room. I'm gonna let you got that mic back for that anyway. Alright, so you guys find yourself at the entrance to a cave. You see four symbols, a snowflake, a sun, a basket of flowers, and just like leaves. Fallen brown, gold, different multicolored leaves.
Alright, so it looks like
a
seasons.
door at the other end, and now you hear and feel exactly what that pirate was talking about. It's muggy, like extremely warm, extremely warm. You also hear a loud roar coming from the door itself. It's like a constant loud. If you didn't hear that, it's.
Huh.
And that's just going the whole entire time. It sounds probably mechanical.
Well, guys, they look like seasons. Any ideas on how to use that to interact with these things? And what's this thing?
Oh, that was one of the torches I was trying to make the light things
Oh, okay.
before I gave up.
Check if there are any like buttons or whatever. Pressure
cool.
plates.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me an investigation. All right. So, X, you look down on the ground. You look at the floor and you see seeds. And all of a sudden, you think back to Dar, tarred and feathered, with all sorts of feathers on them. And you also think back to that floor, where every part of the floor itself was, in fact, trapped.
That isn't surprising. They did say these were good traps. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like a 4x4 grid. Do you think there's a path where we should, like a specific path where we should be taking?
Alright, all three of you give me perception checks.
Damn.
All three of you guys gives me strength and dexterity saves. Your choice.
Both?
Your choice. You can also do athletics or acrobatics if those are better for you. Alright. You guys managed to stand up, but that you're starting to realize that roar you were hearing is from a strong wind, and that strong wind seems to be coming from behind the doors. It is pushing you out of the cave. Well, it's trying to push you out of the cave.
Question: can I use Storm Guide on that?
Let me see. Subtly control the weather around you. Range, you can toss a rain to stop. Wait for the radius, you can end this effect as a bonus action. If it's windy, you can use a bonus action each round to choose the direction the wind blows. 100-foot radius around. The wind blows in that direction until the end of your turn. You have no ability to alter the speed of the wind. So this is a wind that's strong enough to blow you back. Um, the best you're able to do is to not move back anymore and to make what is effectively a wind wall in front of you. But you're not being pushed back anymore. So let's just say
Sweet.
that, yeah, so you just create a wind wall. I'll just drew it real quick. Bam. There you go. Wind wall.
Well, that was handy.
Yeah, it was. You guys aren't getting kicked out, so that's good. Gives you some time to think. All right. As it stands, when the wind wall goes, one of the tiles. Let's see, I'll do this. One of the tiles disappears, and you guys can see this, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I thought you did. And after a little bit, it stands there. It's not easy to see, but you see at the bottom of this pit that.
Water?
That is not water.
Hmm.
It slowly crawls back and forth, and it seems to be kind of, for lack of a term, bubbling, where it expected something to fall. Nothing does. So, it goes back about its business.
I'll drop an arrow.
Oh, yeah, sure. You shoot an arrow into it, it does not hurt it, and you see the arrow disappear as it melts away. And then the little tile kind of comes right back up and resets. Oh, the wind slows down too, back to normal. You would be able to walk freely forward if you so desired.
Well, that's encouraging.
Oh, so the symbol is gone now.
It's still hot in here, and the sound is still rumbling.
If I fly over, am I gonna get blown away?
Yes.
Ugh.
Actually, because I 100% even kind of plan on that, because I know none of you guys have fly, so that wasn't even close to anything I had planned for. We're gonna keep that fly thing going for whenever we pick it up. We're not gonna make you get rid of it yet. That may be an answer that was not supposed to exist. That may in fact be what gets you past here. But I don't want to do that until you have Mike with you, because
Yeah.
there's a good chance you'll need him. So don't forget that you're flying. Just say that it's still working.
Maybe give him an icon. I was thinking.
Yeah, sure. what icon looks good? We have
I
poison.
wrote it down.
Okay. We have a swirly tornado cloud. We have a heart. We're gonna give you a
Do
swirly
that one.
tornado cloud. I was thinking about the heart, but we're gonna give him a swirly tornado cloud. You can fly, you can fly, you can fly, you can fly, you can fly.
Oh yeah.
All right. So let's go ahead and call it right there.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, you guys haven't seen Hermeji come back. Actually, Hermeji went real quick with Jaren. When you guys went to the, you know, when you guys came in, and he's walking back in right now. He's sweating. He's out of breath. You remember how you threw up before X? He
Uh-huh.
threw up too. Yeah, yeah. So he's still not feeling that great right after the little thing, but he is back with you, and he says, "Oh shit, you am I high? Or are you flying?"
I'm high and I'm flying.
All right. And just to give you guys a quick image of what he saw, that's not what he saw. This is a completely different thing. All right. And this is what was happening when you guys um, got rid of that crap. The old dead area started to disappear, and grass started to grow again.
Nice.
Um, he also, his crow is showing you some of the other things that he saw, which includes your steeds being bought over by some other people. And that's what you guys saw. But before that, he kind of loses concentration, and he's just kind of focused on the loud noise and the hot place. And we'll go ahead and we'll shut it off right there for right now.
Alright, cool.
Really surprised that Google Hangouts worked a lot better than Discord.
Yeah, yeah,
So was I.
Yeah.
I'm shocked.
Huh.
That was nice. I guess this is the new reality for us.
Yeah, I just kind of assumed that Google Hangouts would be heavier. So I didn't realize it would work better.
I don't know. It does. How do we end this call?
You just hit the big red button.
There's a big red button.
Don't push the red button.
I don't see a red button.
When you put your mouse over it, over the screen, the buttons come up.
Okay.
But a push to talk would be very useful.
Yeah, obviously.
It would.
I'll look into it and see what happens then.
Yeah, we'll see what else happens. All right.
Alright.
Well,
Y'all have a
excellent.
good night.
All right, it was a good session, guys. Glad we had it. I'm going to send some DMs for people who need them, and I won't for people who don't. And I will catch you guys later. Looks
Yeah,
like Mike already said he was canceling for tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, boys.
Later.
Y'all have a good night.
You have a good
Thank
night.
you.